Hey guys, welcome back to TRF1. The rest is F1 where three mates just waffle on about F1. Yeah, we have got the review for Singapore. Hi guys, it's been long. I'm happy to be back. I know you guys as well. So we have with us ABD and Shaq. So we're going to be diving deep into the Singapore review. I know I've missed out on a lot of the podcast lately. Happy to be back, guys. A long time. So, how do you guys think the race was for this? I mean, Singapore. How do you think it was? No, ABD. How do you think it was?
It was one of the boring races this season. Can you even imagine Singapore Grand Prix without a safety car? That was insane.
I,
That's the first
I
time
know,
ever, right?
I
Correct.
know, right? Uh,
Yeah,
Yeah, it
I,
I couldn't believe it.
yeah, it was.
I thought like a safety car was about to pop up because I don't recall who it was going down the road. I think it was no Albon. Was it Albon? Yeah, it was Albon. He was walking. I mean, he was driving down slowly, and I was like, okay, at least we're gonna see a safety car right then. But no, he got into the pits correctly. And it's
Yeah,
weird seeing Singapore without a safety car.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah,
Albon had a bit of an issue, and he was the slow-moving car. But like you said, he
Yeah,
in the pit, so there was no safety car. There was no crash
ex
in the first corner. Everyone sort of escaped without a crash. So, yeah, and also I think the strategies were also pretty straightforward. There was no undercut, overcut. It's like there was no not too many dramas, I guess. Um, and the surprising thing was Lando led the entire lap, entire first lap
uh,
leading. So there was
yeah,
no
he broke the curse.
yeah,
exactly.
exactly. Because we have seen Max doing that last year and starting of this year, but then Lando 30 seconds on Max. That wasn't, I didn't expect that happening at all. At all. He was just not every lap, he was just going up, up, up over there. Like,
Yeah, he was going like a second quicker every lap.
exactly. It is the least expected thing of the race, to be honest. Like, the pace of the McLaren, honestly, guys, too quick, too quick. I think you guys agree with me on that one, yeah? What about you, Shaq? Do you agree with me on that? The pace on the
Yeah,
Mac?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, 100%, 100%. I think the McLaren pace was too good. Oscar was able to catch up like quite a
Oh,
lot as well. So
exactly. And ABD, like, do you agree with us? The McLaren pace, are you seeing something like Red Bull dominance towards the end of the season by McLaren?
Yeah, I think so. I think they are the fastest on the track right now. They have the outright pace in qualifying as well. I don't know if you guys saw the video where Lando was coming through this straight, like the start finish straight in the race, and someone took a video of how far behind Max
how
was.
far
Like
behind?
Max was not
Oh,
coming into the picture like for 30 seconds because he was 30 seconds behind.
Yeah,
exactly,
yeah.
exactly, exactly.
And
Like,
and what's it called? Lando was like 28 seconds, 29 seconds ahead, and he took the
uh,
foot off the gas and he still finished 20 seconds ahead,
ex
just saving the tires. So
I,
that's just
I,
crazy.
I I don't know what McLaren did with their car. It's on fire. So basically, Lando's on fire, McLaren's pace is on fire. It's like a rocket ship, to be honest. So,
100%. Yeah. And
uh,
I hope they stay consistent for the next five, six races remaining,
uh,
so
uh,
that we can see a battle for the championship as well. So,
I
Yeah,
sp
that's true.
speaking of championship, Ricardo is out, you know that. But then he went out taking a point out of Norris's bag.
yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
tragic thing to see Ricardo out. Come on, the Honey Badger, he's out. It's sad. But then he took out a point from Norris's bag, which is gonna be a problem for Norris. I mean, for Norris, and it's gonna be a good thing for Max. Because if you guys noticed towards the end, when Max finished the race, So his racing genie was telling him on the radio, your friend has taken the fastest lap, and he was just thanking Ricardo for taking the point
Thanks,
away from him.
Daniel.
Yeah, thank you, Daniel. He said, yeah,
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Like,
yeah.
that it's gonna be a crazy ending to the season. We've lost one of the best racers we have had in the circuit. I mean, on the track, Daniel Ricciardo, you guys know, like he's amazing. But then he went out with a point for Norris again. But then it's gonna be a problem for Norris now. It's gonna be a huge problem. The 1 point counts.
I think it
This is
depends on McLaren, right?
it depends
It
on
depends.
McLaren. Yeah, provided if Verstappen can't hold on to it. If Verstappen can't hold on to the pace of McLaren's, he's in serious trouble. He is in serious trouble.
I think one thing we can guarantee is that Max is not gonna win, or not win, but he's not gonna be second every single
E-
race now. No way.
Exactly, exactly. Looking at the PS3 pace, I don't think so. He can. I don't think so. He can.
I don't actually see a track where Red Bull wins again, actually.
It's
Yeah,
hard. It's
and
Apart
hard to say.
from maybe Mexico.
yeah,
Mexico,
They're pretty good
pro,
there,
pro,
but otherwise
probably, yeah,
probably
probably, yeah.
probably not. Yeah.
But then it also depends on the team, yeah, because Singapore, Piastri was in P5, if I think, and if he
Yeah.
was in
Yeah.
P5, he overtook Hamilton, he overtook Leclerc as well. He was there in between,
And Russell.
and Russell, and he went to
Yeah.
P3.
Yeah.
It was, and I think in between the race, they were actually predicting that he might be able to catch up Max's Red Bull.
Nah, he didn't get it though in the
He,
end, did
he
he?
didn't get it. He didn't
Yeah.
get it.
I
But then,
I
He
sort of
it,
was he
tend
was still pretty far.
yeah,
yeah,
I tend to disagree with you guys on this one. I think if you remember, like if you think about the last 2 to 3 seasons when Red Bull were dominating, one track that couldn't perform well was Singapore.
exactly.
This
Yeah,
Yeah.
time, Max was back on P2 in qualifying and also in the race.
yeah,
So I
Yeah.
have a feeling, I don't know, we'll see how it goes in the next race, but I have a feeling they're back. I have a feeling they'll be ahead of Mercedes and Ferrari. We'll see.
yeah.
That's
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 true.
my
That's
two
true.
cents on it.
And
I'm
to
not
be,
sure about I'm not sure about the catching McLaren thing though. I don't think that's
yeah,
happening because
it,
um Singapore is a track where you can qualify high and it's much easier to hold a position.
Yeah, I'm not saying they're going
Much,
to
much
catch
easier, yeah.
McLaren. What I'm saying is,
Yeah.
they are the second team now.
No,
When Max, not
how would
Ferrari.
you say it? Like Max, like Red Bull, like catching McLaren in terms of pace, not in the constructors. Like
Correct.
that, I don't see happening.
Yeah, that I
And
don't
I
see
can
happening
see
either, but I
right
see.
now, I can see Red Bull getting more of a fight from Ferrari and from Mercedes. Maybe Mercedes is that's a bit of unknown right now, but Ferrari definitely, I see it.
Yeah, I think
yeah,
I think they'll still be fighting for P2, which which means the drivers' championship is going to be I don't think it'll be close by end of the year if they remain in the second position as they did in Singapore.
yeah, true, true, true. But like, see, if Red Bull want to get back their championship hopes, Perez got to perform.
Yeah.
He is in
He's
big
not.
trouble.
He's
He,
not.
he is not performing. He is in a big trouble. Like, Baku race was not enough to prove it. Come on,
Exactly.
he can't be
Yeah.
a 1 day show and just the next day he's gone. That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's not forget Baku is his best track.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
he
he's
didn't
just
get he
perf
didn't even end up getting a result there,
yeah,
which is
sure, sure.
one
Yeah,
disappointing.
yeah. That
So
was actually sad. But then
yeah,
that's not enough. That's not enough.
Yeah,
He's got
he's
to
yeah,
my
perform.
exactly.
he's my worst driver at Singapore. I thought he was getting, close to when we saw Baku, he was really close to Max, even out
It
qualified.
was much better than Max.
Yeah, out qualified Max.
Yeah.
So I was hoping like he's closer to Max in the upcoming races, but it just went upside
Actually,
down for him.
Singapore was probably the last track where I really thought Checo had a chance to be level with Max.
Yeah,
Because it's a straight track, he's won there before, all
yeah,
those kind of things. So it's disappointing, but
yeah. I
yeah.
think he qualified P10. He finished P10 as well.
P13, qualified
P13.
P13.
Yeah,
Yeah.
P13 when Max qualified P2. That's just not good enough.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh, no, honestly, he had hard time overtaking Carlo Pinto in a Williams. Come on,
Yeah.
Carlo Pinto's been had a really good race. He's had a very good drive, and
Oh yeah.
he is beautiful. Like Perez that actually told the Carlo Pinto has been driving really good. Franco has been
Really good
driving really good.
defense.
Yeah, really good defense.
Yeah.
He's having a hard time. But then imagine he is sitting in a Red Bull and he is having a hard time overtaking Williams.
Yeah.
So I think Perez does not deserve a seat in Red Bull. I know
Yeah.
it's a big step. I know it's a big thing to say, but then
I feel like it's
if you're
not
behind
anymore
him,
though, right?
yeah, exactly that's why I said,
I feel like
if he can't take overtake, okay, Colapinto did drive really well. He was an amazing driver, but then in a Red Bull car, not able to overtake Williams, I think that it's not the problem of the car, it's the problem of the driver.
yeah, it's got to be the end for Perez, right?
Yeah,
Can't be there for
exactly.
longer. It's got to
Yeah,
go.
Yeah.
He's
true,
had his
true, true.
chance.
I totally agree. I totally agree.
And there's been
Like,
rumors about his retirement in Mexico.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
How that
Cause
goes.
So I've got the details on that one. So Red Bull are planning to ask Checo to retire after the Mexico race because they don't want to have the backlash they had when Ricardo left Red Bull in 2018. They don't want the backlash they've had now with Ricardo leaving, which we'll get onto, and also they don't want to lose money. That's a big thing nowadays.
yeah,
You need money, and they
exactly.
don't want to lose anything.
After Perez's crashes all over, I don't think they can't financially do anything for this year. I don't know about next year. This
Hmm.
year, nope, nothing.
Yeah,
They can't even improve Max's car.
probably not.
Yeah,
Probably not.
they can't. So it's the backlash from Ricardo going out and Lawson coming in. Perez is the only option for Perez. They can't let Perez go. They've got a contract till 2026. So
I
he's
think they
got
can. I think they can.
he's got to retire. He can't drop off a plate. There's a contract for that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think retiring is what I meant. I think
Retirement
he
is the
should
only.
retire. Yeah.
Yeah, he should retire. Come on, he is not worth the driver for the seat.
Yeah, I
They've
think
got
one more
better.
thing, uh Ricardo going out and Perez, even if he doesn't want to retire, I think it could end up being Perez just sorry, not Perez, Red Bull goes, okay, Checo, you're not doing good. You don't want to retire. We're gonna have to kick you out. I think it might happen because he says he wants to keep going,
Exactly.
but then
And
there's
the
this rumor. Yeah.
second best person in the Red Bull family to get the seat of Perez is Ricardo. And now he's not there. Now it's Lawson. They started bringing up the younger gen people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one more mistake that Red Bull made actually was
Yeah,
back when they were winning really easily and Sainz had been out of contract at Ferrari. They should have gone, you know what? Checo, if you don't perform in the next 5 races, we're going to take Sainz. Sainz is a
exactly.
very good option. He might be
Yep,
30 years old, but he's still really good. You're going to get him for like 4 years, maybe.
yep.
And then
True,
maybe
true.
he might start to drop off. But you get someone good, not as good as Max, but not too far behind.
Yeah,
And that
true,
was the
true.
mistake that Red Bull
Keep
made.
keeping in mind, keeping in mind. He is the first person to break Red Bull's streak anywhere this year and last year. Science. Last year in Singapore, this year in Australia.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true. That's true.
yeah, yeah. Like Science is the one who Red Bull wins some races. Science comes in, destroys it.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
Science is a beautiful driver. You know,
Yeah, and I feel
it's
like they should have noticed that sooner, right?
yeah.
Instead of, oh, we'll let
Uh,
him go to Williams,
Yeah, I'm not sure
uh,
you
what
know?
they're planning actually. Like, if Perez leaves, who's going to take that second seat? Like, are they going to bring Liam Lawson in? Is it a too
no,
early?
Lawson is already in our RB.
Yeah, he's in
Yeah,
So,
what I'm
but
saying.
he can go to Red Bull next year.
then who is going to be in RB?
So there is this
They've got plenty of young talent, right?
yeah, there's this driver called Isaac Hadjar. He's leading the
Yeah,
F2 championship.
yeah, he's really
Okay.
He's a
good.
Red Bull driver. He's really fast as well. So maybe they'll put him in VCARB and then Lawson in
Uh,
Red Bull. It's a bit
no,
unfair on Yuki, I guess. Yuki has been very consistent in terms of like any driver he's put against, he has been very close to them in most of the races.
yeah, true, true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
But I don't know.
I
Actually,
think
one more
if
thing
you're
about the drivers.
if you're comparing between Yuki and Ricardo, I would go for Ricardo. But then between Lawson and Yuki, definitely Yuki.
Yeah.
You know, he's got
I feel like it's a lot closer than you might be saying. I think Lawson's actually very good. He beat
yeah,
Yuki quite a few times last year with
yeah,
very little prep as well.
but then he Lawson is new to the F1, is new to F1. He's been in F2, but not in F1. Yuki has been racing in F1 for quite some years now.
But
Putting
Yuki,
him
I
in,
feel, doesn't have that
putting,
level to him. Lawson, I feel like you do see that because he's like when Yuki started, he had one good race and then it took him a long time to get really good where he is now, right? Don't
yeah,
forget,
exactly.
Yuki's been racing since 2021.
Yeah,
Lawson
exactly.
was only starting last year. He did 5 races
Yeah,
and he
that's
was
true.
beating Yuki. And
That's true.
Ricardo hasn't been able to do that, which is the difference, right?
That's
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Yeah, I agree,
Yeah.
agree, agree.
One more
But
thing,
bringing in the
uh,
new talents, I think Calapinto has been the best one so far.
yeah, that's exactly what I was going to talk about.
Yeah.
Colapinto, very good drive in Singapore, wasn't it? Like,
Uh,
and Baku
m-
as well. So what happens with this, right? Like, all these guys doing really good, Colapinto in Singapore. Where's his seat? Is he gonna get something? Like he's driving so good. I
uh,
think he's gonna get better probably. And
uh,
there's no seat for him.
exactly, exactly. Well, he is a beautiful driver. Like,
Yeah.
come on, like we mentioned earlier, like he had kept Perez behind him for some time. Imagine you're in a Williams putting Red Bull behind you.
Yeah,
I want to talk about turn one. Colpindo dive bombed. I don't know how
the
many
dive
times.
bomb. Oh my God, that was
Al, Al,
amazing.
Uh,
Albon was crying about it, but when I looked at it
Albon
again,
was
yeah, I looked
Albon didn't
at
see
it
that
again and it
coming.
was a clean move. It was a clean move. I looked at it.
Al
Albon was overreacting
Albon
for
didn't see
sure.
it coming. Albon didn't see it coming. He couldn't digest the
That
fact
was a
that
great move.
a rookie came in and no, took over his position. Like, he couldn't
I
digest the
think
fact that.
I think one thing is Singapore is the hardest turn one on the calendar because
Oh yeah,
every single year someone always goes off, right? It's like the track is never wide enough.
Goes off or there's a crash. Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
there
but
was like Russell and Piastri, they went off the track, I think. Hamilton
uh,
was nearly pushed off the track by Verstappen. So yeah, turn
speaking
one
of
in
which,
Singapore, yeah.
did you guys notice Norris was about to crash?
Yes, that was a very good save.
He if he hadn't saved, he would have lost the race completely.
Oh, that would have been the championship over.
Yeah.
Exactly. He could have said bye bye to the championship all with that,
Altogether,
that
yeah.
altogether exactly because it reminded me of George last year.
Mm-mm.
I don't know
You
if you
know,
guys saw
Yeah.
the post-race press conference. So, oh, actually, not press conference, was the cool down room.
uh-huh.
And they were showing it on the TV where he almost crashed, and Max was like,
Yeah,
"Oh," and
yeah.
then
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
I don't know if you heard what Max said. Max said, "You should have released the brake."
Because Max is starting to get tensed because they are catching him up. They are catching him up very fast.
Oh yeah, yeah. But I still
Yeah,
think he was kind of relaxed. Like you could kind of see, like obviously he has to be tense, right? It's his
he
championship,
exactly,
and
exactly.
he wants to win again, obviously. But
The
I think
the
he's quite relaxed because he's already
the
won
only guy
before.
relaxed in the cool down room was PS3. The
As a
only guy relaxed,
Yeah,
PS3.
Piastri's always relaxed though, isn't he?
He's always relaxed. That guy, I don't know how he does it, but good for him. And like to be honest, I'm gonna be a PS3 supporter in the future. That's for sure.
Oh, 2025, you better believe that I'm supporting Piastri to win
If
the
PS3
championship.
the win the championship, yeah, exactly. But
Yeah.
we'll never know. 2025 can be like battle between a three-way battle, I
but
guess.
Yeah, yeah, we'll see.
let's talk about it, Sam. So, are you're going to be supporting Oscar PSG for 2025 championship? How about you, Shaq?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
going to
Oscar
win.
Piastri as well. Yeah, realistic
I'm
option
going to
would be
support
Oscar
Hamilton.
Piastri.
I'm going to
No,
support Hamilton in a Ferrari.
no, no. ABD, I do support Hamilton because he is gonna be in a Ferrari, but then PSG has just been, you know, breaking up predictions.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I'm like the way I'm looking at it is that Piastri is a realistic option because Ferrari does not look like a world championship team right now. Only looks
Exactly.
like a Red Bull or a McLaren. So you'd pick like Lando Verstappen or Piastri to win. And I'm going Piastri.
I like it how you
But
omitted
we'll
Perez
see.
out of it. I like how you omitted
No
Perez out
Perez.
of that.
Perez not might not even be driving for Red Bull next year. So
I'm gonna give PS3. I'm gonna give PS3.
yeah, give
all
him
right.
the
So,
benefit of the doubt. Yeah.
staying in Singapore, we all predicted one of the Ferraris to be in top three, I think, right? So, I
Yeah, I
predicted
did.
Yeah,
both
I think you
Albert.
had two of
I,
them in the top three, and we
somehow,
both had one each.
I think I had Hamilton as well.
Yeah, yeah,
Did
I
and
you?
had
all our predictions got ruined after that horrifying, horrible
uh,
qualifying session.
I didn't
Oh
expect that to
yeah.
happen. I didn't expect that to happen. Oh my God.
That's why I was leading on the fence with the science prediction as well. I was so stuck, yeah. But
I
I
don't
don't
know
know
how.
if they've lost pace or is that
it
just
might
the
just be a
pace of the
track thing.
qualifying?
Might just be a track thing.
Yeah, hopefully they're back fighting at the top like they
Yeah,
were.
Singapore is probably the hardest track to tell who's fast and who's not, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
uh,
But they
Anyway,
did ruin our
it
predictions.
ruined all our predictions.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Exactly.
No, I know. I had Piastri and Norris and Leclerc. Yeah, I just realized. I
Yeah.
had
Yeah,
Piastri,
yeah.
Norris, and Leclerc. Yeah, I had
Oh,
Okay.
Leclerc
Hamilton would
for
have ruined your thing, yeah.
yeah Hamilton, but I had Hamilton for a good drive.
I predicted Hamilton third in the qualifying, though. I'll give
Oh,
myself that. Yeah.
yeah, but the prediction doesn't count in
That
for
doesn't count. I
qualifying.
wish it did
Yeah.
now.
Ah,
Yeah.
Even
we
in
tied
Baku,
up.
I got two right, yeah.
I don't know where Mercedes is at, man. Like just before the summer break, they won like three races in a row, and they've
Yeah.
completely gone down the drain after that.
Yeah, let's actually talk about Ferrari and Mercedes together. What was the strategy with Sainz and Hamilton? Please tell me.
Forget about Sainz. What was the strategy for Hamilton? Why
Oh,
was he on
Sainz as well,
soft?
because Hamilton on softs, yes, but Sainz and Hamilton both pitted so early. If you don't remember,
Exactly.
Sainz was on harder tires than Hamilton, and
Hamilton,
he
yeah.
pitted before him.
No, I
Like,
think
what's the
Sainz
thinking
went
with
down.
that?
Sainz went down. Sainz went down. He was almost collided with someone and he had got down.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but still,
he had his tires ruined in that.
one stop, right? Can't be
Yeah.
doing it so early. Like,
Uh, and the both by Ferrari and Mercedes, pitting up Sainz and Hamilton was a bad choice. Like
yeah,
they,
yeah.
I heard in one of the interviews given out by Hamilton, who was sitting alongside George, and he said he had fought the team to put on mediums, but then they wanted him to go for soft.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just silly.
Yeah. I think what they
Yeah,
were looking for is track position, so it's really hard to
sure.
overtake in Singapore.
Hmm.
So get the
Yeah,
soft
yeah,
But
on.
they would have lost it to Max.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Max really had a really good, had a amazing pace, but
Max
not
is
as good.
dragging the car. Max is dragging the car. We have to give
Yeah,
him that. He's doing
yeah,
really well.
exactly, exactly. See, the
And
teammate,
if he wins this championship, he absolutely deserves it because he's made the
he
most of the
deserves it.
car.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's hard to see Red Bull not gonna be in the top three for the next season, I feel.
Oh,
Uh,
well, let's not get ahead of
yeah,
ourselves,
no,
okay?
exactly.
Mercedes aren't
No,
exactly doing themselves
no,
any
no, I'm not talking
favors.
about Mercedes. I'm talking about McLaren,
No,
Ferrari
but
next year.
Mercedes need to be ahead of Red Bull too for that, right?
Yeah. No, I'm talking about top three as in the track position, not in the constructors.
Oh, okay. I guess
For
We'll
podium,
see.
podium. Yeah,
We'll
yeah.
make a video on 2025 eventually, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
By then, I think it's gonna be an interesting time to we'll come back to this. We'll remember the
yeah,
Singapore preview where we actually planned this might happen,
yeah, yeah,
predicted
yeah.
this might
This
happen.
exactly.
Yeah.
Uh,
Man, that's actually a good thing.
yeah.
Uh, so, how do you guys think this race overall? Like, what do you guys think with this race has been? Is it think? Sorry,
Oh,
Not
sorry
again.
guys. Sorry guys. Sorry.
All good, all good.
So, what do you guys think this race was? How good do you think is it? How would you rate it?
yeah, I would go. I think, yeah, like I said, not up to mark for a Singapore Grand Prix. No safety
No
car.
way. Probably the worst in ages, right?
Yeah.
Percentages, yeah.
No
Yeah.
crazy overtakes. So yeah, a 4 out of 10 for me. Yeah, we have seen better Singapore Grand Prix, but keeping my fingers crossed for the next few races. Hopefully, we see a few more battles between the Ferrari and McLaren up the top in the upcoming races.
Yeah, Sam, I'm gonna
Yeah.
give a five. I'm gonna give a five. Uh, it's a bit boring, and I did feel a bit drowsy while watching the race, But then, yeah, it was good. I did enjoy seeing somebody lead for 30 seconds, other than Max, and yeah, it was good. It was okay. Not the best, not the worst. I would say not the worst, not the best. Like, I'd say okay race, an okay race.
Yep.
I've gone
Like,
four as well.
you've
Yeah,
gone
I've
for as
gone
well,
four as well. Yeah, I don't want to see anybody winning by 20 seconds. I want to see close fights, man. And
just like last year.
as much as I appreciate Lando winning, because I want to see him chase Max,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
it was a bit.
Last year,
Mm.
remind me about that ending,
Yeah,
right?
Uh,
don't
it's
forget the trauma we went through,
Oh
guys.
yeah.
Doesn't matter who's
uh,
winning, it's boring.
no,
Uh,
true, true. Last year,
yeah,
like four cars, all fighting. Sainz with a brilliant plan, he executed it brilliantly with Norris right behind.
yeah, exactly.
Both the Mercedes chasing down the cars, and the crash by Russell.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If there was no DRS involved there for Norris, I think it would have been a Mercedes 1-2 in 2023.
They had the pace, yeah.
They
oh
had the pace.
yeah,
They had the pace. They
yeah,
had the
yeah.
pace.
I can see it. I can see it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can see it. But this is the 2024 review, not the 2023
23,
review. Okay.
exactly. Yeah, I agree.
Cool. I
Uh,
think we can wrap it now.
Yeah.
Thank you.
yeah.
So I think that's all for today and for the Singapore review. So see you guys soon. Bye bye. Take care, guys.
Bye
Bye.
bye.